dun 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, you see before you is the 71 Ford Maverick. That's my first car that I've ever owned, and it's been in the family since 1971. And I can tell you exactly the date. It was on April 17th. So this video is containing the brakes. Behind this wheel is, boom, disc brakes. And y'all want to see how I did this for under $150? Well, stay tuned and kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Oh yeah, and hit a thumbs up, please. y'all been seeing me working on one. Now this is the one y'all seen me work on yesterday. This is not gonna go in the car. This is just a test. This fits, so I traced it out of new 16 gauge, but I made 4 brackets total. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes in one of them. I'm going to weld them up that way, same as this one. But this one I just literally folded over. Right there you go. And they came up pretty close to identical. But like I said, I'm doing this with a cutoff wheel. And I actually went to Tractor Supply and picked up a new Porter cable grinder and got the 4-inch bolts on. Hang on, let me turn this down. Okay, there we go. And went to Harbor Freight. I went to Tractor Supply and picked this up for $31 with the blade. It cost me $36. And it's going and it came with the new grinder. I like this thing. This thing cut really fast. It cut so fast that wheel went down really fast too. So I went back to the Harbor Freight, and that's what took forever. When I was using this, it cut like butter. So now it's I've already test fit them. They fit, and like I said, they're not identical 100% because I cut with a cutoff wheel. I can see how this one is crooked. But when I match it up with this, I still got some meat on it. So, short end of the story is weld it together, and then I can go back and trim and make this thing look nice and pretty. But the idea is, I can't find nothing thicker than 16 gauge locally. So I'm just doubling it up to make it nice and strong. And once I weld it, it's going to be one whole piece, and then I can take the grinder, I'll use that one, and grind it down to where it's nice and smooth and even, not jagged and crooked. So, and then test fit it, bolt it on, well, not test fit it, bolt them on, drill the holes, then bolt it on, and get that side put on, and then strip this one down and put that side on, and then pull it back off after 100%, make sure everything's working just fine, and paint them. Paint it black like the rest of the car underneath is going to be. And then boom, I have cheap brakes for under $150. And that is the goal for this video. And the fact I don't gotta buy new lines for the front end is even better, because the factory Maverick lines are bolting into the 2000 SN Mustang calipers. As long as it does not leak, even though it felt like it tied down and everything's good and it's not leaking, and that bowl's full, so we'll find out in the end. And hope this car gets back on the road. That rear end's under there. Get this side done, then I can get fuel, brake lines to the back end to go to the calipers, and car's good to go because it has the proportioning valve on there already for disc and disc. And you can go online like Amazon or Outta or so and buy them for like 30 bucks. Even Summit Racing has them down for that low. So, alright, cool. Let's drill some holes. And if y'all wondering, what I'm doing is I'm starting out with a small drill bit to get the hole started, and then I'm going back. I don't have a bigger drill bit, so what I did is I got this multi-key and I'm drilling it down to 7/16 of a hole. I'm going to have multiple of them kind of in here, so therefore the weld's nice and strong. And the only thing I don't like is I don't have a bottle yet, so I'm doing a flux core style welding, and I'm not used to welding like that, so it's a little different, but I'm getting it down pretty good. I'm really good at MIG welding, so hopefully here soon I can have me a tall boy welding bottle on the back there, the 7525, so I can do this correctly, because that's a multi-welder. It's either flex core or MIG. And supposedly I've been told you can actually hook up a aluminum spool for aluminum welding. Try that out in the future. Got home from work, paint's dried. Come over here, brackets nice and dry, and they're gonna fit. They're gonna work hopefully. And what I mean hopefully is after I get the car back on the ground and drive it, I'm gonna test it, hit the brakes starting at 5 miles an hour, and see from there if they bend. So hopefully they don't bend. They're kind of hard to bend right now, so we'll just find out. And if they do bend, then I'll just take them off and go to a machine shop and have them cut one out for me. There we go, guys. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got the brakes on the Ford Maverick for under $150. Now let me kind of go through and tell you how I got under $150. Okay, after quite a while studying the cheap kits you can get off eBay and all that, I was not happy with them sending me a single piston caliper for that price, and nor do I got the money for the $2,000 or $1,500 Willwood kits. I am living paycheck to paycheck on this, so I'm trying to do this car pretty cheap right now. So how I did it was I looked on our local Facebook store marketplace, and I found a Mustang the guy was parting out, and when I went there he told me I can have everything for $50. So I grabbed the front calipers, rear calipers, the knuckles, and the power steering kit off of it. So therefore, say the calipers cost, I don't know, $20 then, since I got everything like that. The rotors are brand new. They're off of a 76 Maverick, and they fit, and those things were $35 a piece, so we're looking at 35 and 35 is $70, so we're at $90 right there. Then the metal I got at Lowe's for another $30, so there's $120 right there. And then bolts, $6 from Lowe's, so we're at $126. The rotors fit directly right onto the stock spindle for the 71, and then the bracket, I used 16 gauge sheet metal or steel, traced it out first with cardboard to get my rough estimate, then I cut it out of metal for that adjustment, and as soon as that one was correct, then I cut the finals out of it and cut 4 pieces, welded 2 of them together, so that came out to 2 brackets, and they're pretty strong. I couldn't really bend them, so they did have a little wiggle room, so hopefully they're fine. If not, I got enough metal down here I can double them up still. But I still need a proportioning valve. That's going to cost me another $30 offline, so I'm at $150 right there. Bam, done. Okay, I didn't have to do nothing to my brake lines at all. They bolted straight up to the caliper, tying down. They're not leaking, nothing like that. So I cannot bleed it right now because the rear end is not fully connected, so I need to connect those brake lines up too. Those brake lines have been a little difficult because I think the Mavericks are 3/16, and I think the Mustang uses 10, so I'm going to have a reducer, and I'm going to bend my own lines to fit it. So just get that set up. It's just going down to the parts store and getting it. Then I'll have the brakes and everything done for the car. So the only thing I do is get wheels and tires onto this car, and she's good to go. So, but yeah, just remember, when you're using the cardboard, do the best you can to make a template to make it, okay? Because cardboard's easy to cut and replace. Metal's not. If you use too much metal, it's going to end up costing you a lot of money. So, oh yeah, don't forget, I used 1/2-inch spacers. But there, that's the little metal pieces you saw, because I had to push that bracket behind the caliper and let it bolt on that way. But besides that, it's working just fine. So guys, I hope this video was a great one. I mean, I sure had fun doing this. It wasn't that difficult. It's just make sure I knew what I was doing right. So if y'all like this, hey, hit that thumbs up. If y'all are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you'll know when I upload a video. Try to be every Monday at 2 o'clock. So, alright guys, I'm getting out of here, and I'll see you on the next one.